if it isn't my favorite customer. I assume your little adventure was successful then. I'm glad to see you back here, unscathed, it seems. While you've been away, we have been working on some new designs that we have not yet shown to anybody. You, of course, will be the first one to see them. After all, it is only thanks to you that our business has become this successful. Well, as always, there is some paper for you to take notes, and by the end of it, you can let me know what you would like to order. Here we have one of my new favorite items, a red velvet robe, designed specifically for sorcerers and wizards. But if worn with the right attitude, it can be worn by anyone. It is rather thin, so I suggest that you buy this one if you intend to layer your clothes. This is the reason we made it so thin. A lot of wizards like to wear multiple different layers. This one is available in 3 different colors. This shade of red, of course, a dark purple, and a dark green. I personally love these bell sleeves. They are not as wide as they could be, but I think this, it's not too dramatic, even though a lot of wizards and sorcerers like exactly that. But I thought we could try to make something that a lot of different types of people could wear. It also has a lot of buttons going all down to the floor if you wish to hide yourself completely. Let me show you something a little darker. I have been very excited to show you this one. We have been inspired by the design that the local cultists are preferring nowadays. But instead of making it white, we chose a very dark blue. Looks black in some light. But I thought that you might like something like this. It has brass buttons, and it also goes all the way down to the floor. This one again is rather thin, so I suggest you wear something underneath if you go out into the cold. It has these foldable sleeves, so that if you, for instance, wear your arm braces, it doesn't get in the way. I also really like those different layers. I find this one to be very dramatic, in the best way possible. This fabric is a little bit cool on the skin as well. So it also might help on warmer days. This type of fabric, even though it's dark, does not absorb the warmth of the sun very well. So you could wear this even on a warm day, and it will protect your skin from the sun. We only have this color available at the moment, but if this is going to sell well, we will also consider other dark colors. On to the next. Here we have a classic cloak. It's made of cotton, and we have 4 different colors available. Of course, this beige one. Then we have a darker blue available, as well as a light red and a lighter green. I would say this one is the most unnoticeable. If you wish to disappear in a crowd, this one might do the trick. It also comes with a hood. And even though this one goes all the way down to the floor again, we also have different size available, where the length goes only to your knee. It is rather simple, but these will never go out of style. We also have plans to make another version of these with wool, since these cotton ones are not as warm, but these ones do keep you dry. They are rather water resistant. We also want to add more colors to this one. Perhaps a shade of brown, so you can hide better in the dark forests. And perhaps a purely white one. But I'm afraid that might attract the cultists again, so we'll need to think about that. was it for the new designs for our cloaks and coats. But if you have some more time to spare, I would like to show you 2 new hat designs. Wonderful. Here we have the tricorn. Classic, of course. Still popular among pirates. But we have decided to go for a design that looks worn already, instead of being so perfectly evened out. So we gave it a little bit of structure. And you have the option to undo these 3 buttons and have a proper hat that keeps the sun away from your face. This way, you're going to be protected, and especially with your sensitive skin, the sun will no longer reach you. And lastly, we have this new witch hat. You may remember the green one from our last collection. Inspired by that one, we decided to make another one that looks more autumnal. And it has these little spots where you can add a little scroll, for instance, or whatever fits in here. And I personally adore these. Perhaps if you have friends that might be interested in something like that, you could let them know as well. We do want to increase the amount of witch hat designs that we have. So, did something catch your eye? Wonderful. You noted everything, as always. I am ever so grateful. In that case, if you could leave the note there in the front, then I'm going to get everything ready for you. And we'll have it delivered as quickly as possible. Thank you for stopping by. As always, you are free to come by whenever you want to.